having put in your time shouldn't be the prerequisite to gain a elected position in any organization or any labor union. There needs to be an awakening of rank and file members, people like me and you, the workers who are out here in the rain and the snow every day, the constituents to a local municipality. Okay, we are the people. Okay, whether we're thinking labor organizations, whether we're thinking unions, whether we're thinking any associations that we may be members of, if we're thinking local government, national government, there are structures. Okay, everything is based off of the model of our government. Okay, we have branches on federal levels, executive levels, we have lower levels, we have municipalities, and that's how politics runs down. Okay, nothing is created or changed at the national president level. Nothing is changed at the executive level. Things are changed at the grassroots. Okay, any strong movement, any social change that has happened in this country, or in any labor movement, or within any association or organization or fraternity that you and I may be a part of, has started with the people, by the people, for the people. Okay, grassroots movements is how things get changed. Okay, we live in a system where the old guard protects itself. Okay, the institution protects itself. Okay, and one way to protect itself is to promise positions to those who have given their life, given their energy, given their efforts over the span of decades, over the spans of lifetime, to promise these individuals that they will one day get elected to a position. Okay, that cannot be the prerequisite anymore. The prerequisite, it can't be. We have to elect officials. We have to appoint people. We have to put people in positions that they are qualified for. Okay, and when I say qualified, I mean they are ready to fight. They are ready to be a mover and a shaker. They are ready to upset the public status quo of how things used to be and how things are. Okay, if a body always votes the same way every year, then there's no need for change. Okay, because we already know that no matter what, the vote is going to lean towards where it's going to lean. Okay, so how do we affect that? We affect that by creating a body inside of another body. Okay, it's called a movement. Okay, by creating a movement, we start to voice the opinions of not what we feel, but what we feel is right. Okay, and now as we see through politics, there's always going to be an opposition in a national president candidacy in America. If we think of it like that, there's always 48% of the population that voted for this presidential candidate, and there's 51% that voted the other way. So 100% of the people aren't going to be happy at any given time. Okay, but what I'm trying to get at is that if we just sit around, okay, and allow our elected union representatives and our delegates to vote on behalf of protecting the old guard, then we have no right to complain when things are staying the same. Okay, in order to change things, in order to move things around, we need people to step up. We need people that are willing to fight, people that are willing to be criticized, people that are not scared of public, what's the word I'm looking for? People that aren't scared to stand up and be debated. Okay, people that are willing to put their neck on the line for something that they believe. Okay, the problem with any movement is that there is a risk of loss. Okay, there's a risk associated with us speaking what we feel or what we want. Okay, and I'm a risk taker. I'm willing to put it all on black. Okay, I'm willing to put it all on green. I'm willing to put it all on red. Okay, The point is I'm willing, okay? I'm not scared to lose too much of anything. My life has been such that I've lost and I've gained, and I understand the whole concept of reaping and sowing, okay? And as long as I am doing what I believe is right and what is right for the public at large, I'm perfectly fine with that. Guys, in order to change something, we can't just sit on the internet and complain why things aren't going our way. There are too many people that are keyboard warriors that go on people's comment sections and are willing to fight in a comment section. But let me challenge you. Go to a union meeting and challenge your own local union representatives. Forget about fighting a national representative. At the level that we are as rank and file, it doesn't work like that. We have to pass resolutions to our local branch. We have to debate local shop stewards. We have to debate local trustees. We have to debate local executive branches. We have to turn these people on our side first. If we can't turn them on our side, we vote them out and we put someone in there that wants the same movement that we want to pass. It's that simple. In any meeting, there's going to be a vote for whatever the cause may be. And how do you beat the vote? You beat the vote by stacking the deck. You have enough people that's going to vote for what you want. Okay. The problem is if the vote is published in our literature and it is sent out to every member, whoever is going to vote against it is going to show up. All right. So the deck's going to be loaded anyway. Guys, I'm going on a rant today just because I know that there is hope. I know that there is a way to change people's thoughts towards issues that affect the greater public at large, whether that be in a national election or whether that be in a local election. I know it's possible. The thing is, people have to understand that nothing comes without its own risk. A risk of reward or a risk of getting something taken from us. But the grand message is, it's time for a change. Labor movements throughout the country have shown us within the last 2 years that change is possible, change is here. And, the NALC, as being as big as it is, it has this mentality of protecting itself. Okay, when I say protecting itself, protecting those who are in positions that are paid. Okay, and you have to understand, we're working every day. We give our dues to pay these people's salaries, okay? But imagine if you're in a nice lofty $300,000 position salary, and the only alternative, if you get voted out, is to become a letter carrier again. And even if you're max pay at $76K, that's a heck of a loss. And not only, now you got to work for that $76K. It's not guaranteed. It's not just going to an office and answering phone calls and speaking to delegates and organizing. Now you're actually out here delivering for America again. Okay, now you're doing what we're doing. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. People become too comfortable in positions. They forget how they got there. And they start living the lap of luxury in these positions, and they forget that they're there to benefit the association at large. Guys, everything is possible. That's the message today. It is possible. If you're a fighter and you're willing to put your neck on the line for something that you believe in, then it's time for you to step up. I'm going to step up. Okay, I'm not just here trying to encourage people and not trying to do anything on my own accord. No, I'm going to step up. I'm going to do what I can to become a more effective member of the NLAC, and hopefully, organize enough, people to fight the good fight. I mean, this is only the beginning of the next wave of labor for the next 20, 30 years. The world is changing. Technology is growing. We have to think about these kind of things. Where is the letter carrier going to be in 20 years? Okay, the old guard, a lot of those members will be retired, sipping sangria on a beach in Mexico, while us new young carriers are just, beginning our careers, becoming, step J on the pay scale, just starting to make decent money 10 years from today. And the issues that, we're faced with today are only going to multiply. Guys, it's been real. It's been real. I'm I'm a supportive member of every member of this this union, whether you agree with me or whether you don't. Okay, that's part of the whole thing, you know. But growing is hearing the other side, hearing their views and their talking points, and trying to come to a compromise.